Testing. Oh, that was a little too loud. I hit the top of my buffer. Okay, I have a USB hub that needs to be reset sometimes. That's a little dumb. I didn't realize. Goldfish. I sent a message in Discord. Yep. We're gonna get to that. Just hold on to your horses. Saying why I would be late. I had a family event thing I had to do. I ran a lot over. FNAF, Jay, haven't seen you in a while. Andrew, I haven't seen you in about a month. That's awesome. Glad to see you here. Yeah, we're gonna get there, but wrong hand again. There we go. 2.82. That's where we're at. This is this is it. Right, exactly, FNAF. We handle our personal business before we handle our online business. And if we're very good, we manage to juggle both. I love this. Adding alerts to your stream is one of the easiest ways to celebrate your viewers. I have already done this. See, the alerts gauge is all the way filled up. Like, this is 100% done. But whatever. Thank you for your input, Twitch. Oh. But yeah, there it is. 2.82. So close. Really, really so close. Yep. The wife's setting up her new phone. She's got a Galaxy 20 Ultra, same as me. And an S20 Ultra, I'm sorry. So she's going through the painstaking process of logging back into everything. And like me, almost all of her stuff has two-factor authentication. So everything you do, you have to put in the password. And because it's a new device, it has to go through the authenticator. So she gets another alert from the authenticator. Go back to that. Put in the code from the authenticator. Oh, you can transfer. You can. That's not the problem. The problem is the OAuth tokens do not transfer from one device to another, and they can't, and they never should. That would be a gigantic security exploit. So, hang on. Right back. All right, that's sorted. Yay! So, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, this. So from yesterday, this went up 21 hundredths of a point. If that's going to be the standard, here, well, we only have 3 viewers at the moment, so it won't go up very quickly. But it's one of those things. Averages that start to converge on their target will never actually converge. So we're gonna need like 1 or 2 more people here in chat for this to actually come up any kind of decent. But that's okay. We usually have like 5, 6, 7 people by the end of the stream anyway, so this will be fine. And there's Fernando, and he's already taking screens in my bald spot. All right. We'll say. I might apply right away, and then we'll see. I'm not really sure how I'm going to 100% sure how I'm going to approach that yet. I would, in theory, like to have more than the bare minimum requirements. Um, but I think I can draft a pretty convincing email. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna wait till I get to 4. That's gonna take a lot longer because I only like right now, beginning of my stream, I usually have 3, maybe 4 people. All right, I got 4 at the moment. Okay, this number will go up as the stream goes on. Like it usually gets up to about 7, and then comes back down to 4 by the end of the stream. So we it'll make it easier to get. God damn it, somebody left. It'll when it's at 7, obviously that's when it's easier for the average to come up. But getting it to 4 will be significantly more difficult because, as I was just saying, the average number of a thing cannot be your target because you won't get it. When your average converges at a max, you can't get that. So I mean, like you can. It'll just take a lot longer. Not late at all, Chicken Muncher. I just started. I had to start stream very late today. We had the kids had a concert thing at school, and they were performing, so we had to go do that. So I didn't start the stream until 8:15, and it's now 8:24. I'm probably gonna work on my socket server. You do. You hear a Wild Nancy. She's right next to me setting up her phone, her new phone. She's gonna be probably preoccupied with that for a hot minute. This is the new music player that I wrote. There, I can actually pause this and show you. This works really well. I have to put a volume slider in it, I think, and fix that because it always horizontally slides just a little bit. That's a bit of an issue. I know how to fix that. So there's that. But what I have to do is, oh, I'm dumb. I completely forgot to restart the TTS system. There's speaker bot. There's streamer bot. Everything should be connected and working now. All right. So anyway, what I was trying to say, what I want to do is I'm going to write a socket server into the web player or the music player, right? So that from my actions, I can add a sub action. We'll just use this real quick to run custom C# code, right? And this custom C# code will connect to that socket server and send data to it to do things with the music, like advance to the next song or just restart the music, because I sometimes forget to do that, which is literally the whole reason for this, because I forget to restart Winamp. And I can't control Winamp from StreamerBot because Winamp does not support the Win32 API, and it doesn't have it doesn't have socketing abilities unless I write a plugin for it, and you have to write the plugins in C++. And that's, well, C++ is on my list of things to learn. Writing a TCP listener in C++ is probably not a great learner project. Not just getting started with it. So I spent a day and wrote a music player, and then I spent another day debugging it and fixing it. I pet her. Does anybody have a rare candy I can feed her? I'm about to get shanked with a nail file. Rude. All right. So it isn't strictly necessary that my socket server be threaded because it will only ever receive input from one place. It doesn't have to handle multiple connections at once, but it's the right thing to do. So I'm already using we're going to use system threading. I'm already using sockets. I'm already using .NET. I don't believe I need system.txt. I might. And as a rule, I always have system collection generic because I use generics all the time. Generics are incredible.
Oh no, up my ass for now.
Alright, we're going to pause the queue because I keep forgetting that it starts unpaused. Alright. So let's look up some threading approaches here because I haven't done this in a very long time. Threading and multi-threading. This is not what I wanted. I wanted the... There we go. This. We go directly to the API docs for this stuff. Like, I don't mess around. Wait, did that say, oh no, up my ass? Is that what that said? Why would you say that? But he was talking to FNAF. Which is weird. Yeah, I don't understand the things he does. A lot of the time. We have two different aborts, and they're both obsolete. Jesus Christ. That's probably good because, yeah, calling abort always throws an exception that you have to catch, or your application crashes. Thread join. Almost a half an hour. Oh yeah, well, I mean, you ate ice cream, so that's kind of. Yeah. So that's what actually made me really late. The concert was over at like, well, it was by the time we got out of the gymnasium, it was 7:15. Or by the time I got out of the gymnasium, you were stuck a little bit longer picking up the oldest. So yeah, it was about 7:15, and I was like, "Fuck it, we're doing dessert out." And I stopped at an ice cream parlor, and we all got ice cream. And children are not good at eating ice cream. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, there's no. Oh, this is just a thread class. Okay. Constructors. Yeah, parameterized thread start. Thread start. Right, it's not just threading. You have to use a thread start class or a lambda. And I don't like using lambdas. They feel gross. All right, FNAF. This is when you instantate your thread with a new thread as a new thread object, but then the first parameter to it has to be a thread start object, which takes a single argument of a function reference, not the actual function call, because then well, you don't put the parentheses on the end of the function. This tells C# that you're referencing the function, not calling the function. Because if you call the function, it will call the function and it will do the return of that function and fill in the space. It's called expanding. And then you call the start method on the new thread object. And that'll actually invoke it. So what would happen here is when this class fires, okay, you have your main method. Main, by the way, is the primary entry point for any program. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You can define different entry points if you want. But there's almost never a reason to do that unless you're writing a really complex library. So you have your main method, and when the program starts, this immediately fires, and it creates a new thread, which is it's actually a background worker thread, which is supposed to fire this method. So this method will fire right here, work.do work, this class work, okay, which does nothing. It's just, it wastes a cycle is what it does. After this method returns, this thread dies. But because this wastes a cycle, it's actually possible for the main program thread to die first. And actually, this method won't fire. This one will. It's the static one because of the way it's called. Also, it's a really good idea that when you are working with threads, to always use statics, because instance variables can corrupt you can accidentally reach from one thread to the other, accessing object variables, and you'll crash your program. It's very easy to do. With static variables and static functions, static things only exist one time in memory, and they are in a global scope. So, reaching from a thread, from any worker thread, to a static function or a static variable or a static property, doesn't matter. A static anything, since it only exists one time, there's never a chance of violating the STA threading rules. They are considered always thread safe. You see, this is exactly what I said don't do. This creates an object. This is an instance variable, not static. It's a new work. Okay, so it actually creates a copy of this whole class. And then it creates a new thread. And it hands do more work, which just writes stuff to the console when it fires start. So it'll say the answer, and then it'll say instance thread procedure. And so yeah, that's how that would fire. This is safe enough. Still not a great practice, but whatever. Like there are times where you'd want to use instances for threading. Sometimes the state is more important than the thread safety. You just have to make sure you do your diligence and don't access that data from any thread you're not supposed to. Well, I'm surprised I still have 4 viewers after going through that whole spiel. Like, that is high-class geek shit. I didn't think anybody was going to stick around for that. I need to see API docs for TCP listener. Yeah. Yeah, so we have our new TCP listener. I have this. And then server start. Oh, okay, start listening. Okay, yeah, restart. Um, yeah, this isn't exactly what I was after. This is... Okay. Alright, chat, I'll be right back. I'm trying to start putting the kids to bed. I am the back. What up, Funny Clips? Okay. So I just remembered there's always a catch with doing socket servers, and it's that you have to do both halves at the same time. So there's a paint time. All right. So when you have a server of any type, okay, this is where all the processing is handled, right? This is my socket server at this point is going to be in charge of the playlist. But that's all well and good, but something has to talk to this. That talking is going to be StreamerBot, right? So that's actually called the client. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you use this stuff all the time. Okay. So the client sends a command to the server, and if you like, you can have bidirectional communication, right? Like the server can tell the client stuff too. And that's typically how client-server communication works. We don't need that. I need the client to connect to the server, issue a command to do something with the playlist, and then immediately disconnect. And the server will just handle it. This is acting more like an API and less like a real client-server system. This is fine for what I'm doing. No need to complicate it. So in a real client-server communication, right, this connection would stay open all the time. So my database tool right here. Yoink. This is going to fail miserably because none of my databases are running. But this is a client. It connects to database servers and it lets me administrate them. Okay, it stays connected the entire time to the database. Like it doesn't disconnect every time I tell it to do something. It stays connected and it receives responses. Yeah, leave. Okay, that's fine. So you have this follows a set of rules called TCP. Now I'm using the C# class TCP listener. Probably spelled that wrong. I did. Okay. This handles most of the protocol for me. Because what TCP does is you send a packet with an instruction in it, right? Okay. Then the client sends back an ACK packet. ACK meaning acknowledge. It just tells the client that, hey, yep, I received that command and I'm going to do the thing. This has potential issues. It doesn't in my particular case, but this comes up a lot in client-server programming. So if you find yourself in a situation where you need to develop something to this extent, and it comes up a lot, especially in game dev, because multiplayer games use this exact process, right? The server's going to send an ACK packet back, and that's all. That's fine. The problem is ACK packets aren't specific to the client. So the server is going to do things too, especially in like a multiplayer game. Like, let's look at Minecraft, right? Every time a player moves from point to point, the server tells the clients that are connected and give a shit about this, because they're close enough to give a shit about it, right? That this entity has changed location from here to their new XYZ coordinates here. And the client's going to say, acknowledged. So that's important for TCP to work correctly. And we're going to put a little bar on both sides because that's how it looks. Okay? Now, after ACK, there's usually some data. Like there's a frame right here. Okay? And this might contain like 02. And that might be important to your server for something to say that, acknowledged move. 02 might be for moves or for entity locations or who the fuck knows, right? Like, the protocol is yours to build. Okay? So, welcome back, Fun Clips. The problem with this is clients can often send what's called a null ACK packet. And that is that this frame contains nothing. And then it has to contain some other required TCP data, like source address and stuff like that. The IP that it came from and whatnot. It's still a standard TCP packet, right? But the problem is there's no data here. And the server doesn't know what to do with that. So it sits on the server unprocessed. It just sits there. And the client will keep sending them. And they continue to queue, and queue, and queue, and queue, and queue, until the server's input buffer is completely overloaded, and the server dies. It goes down. It throws an exception, and the server just closes. It literally just crash closes. It's a CTD, or crash desktop, if you're running in a Windows environment. So, you have to make sure you check for this if you're writing a real server. Again, I'm not writing a real server. I'm writing an instruction listener. But if you find yourself in a place where you're doing a multiplayer game or multiplayer code, you have to look for this because this is an obvious exploit and it is used all the time. So you actually have to check your input buffer for null ACK packets, and if they are there, destroy them. And you can do that. You can just delete the pool, basically. However you choose to store, however you're choosing to store that data, or it'll just build up and build up and build up. Officially, no. No, I have not Fun Eclipse. Why? There is a member of chat that knows, not exactly, but close enough to where I live. But he keeps that information to himself. We've discussed it in Discord. Yeah, I live on planet Earth as opposed to planet Mars. Although that's going to be a thing. If Elon Musk gets his way, we're going to have people on Mars. And honestly, I'm really excited about it. I think that is very fucking cool. I have no inclination to want to be a part of that journey, but it's still very cool. Is Pluto still a real planet? Like, are we calling Pluto a planet again? Like, I don't remember. It was a planet, then it wasn't a planet, then it was a planet, and I don't know. this will actually have really good. Is he using the TCP listing? Okay, we got our dictionary of clients. That's not how I would implement that, but alright. No, it was her phone. This is the client. I need the server. This is the server. He's not aware of this phone clips. Do we have any messages? No? Nothing in the TTS system? What's up, Fernando? I don't. There's nothing in the queue.
LL Goldfish LL2 from Twitch said, 716 Riverside Street, Tallahassee, Florida, 32303. That's where Funeclips lives.
That is obviously incorrect. Fernando did did qualify that statement with he used an address generator to make a random ass address. Where's...
Fun Eclipse from YouTube says, "The bloody Russians are here, I will fight back." FNAF Enthusiast from YouTube says, "I have a friend whose name is Pete Nut and his sister is Hazelnut, but they're uncles, we don't talk about this and these."
Mmm. Yeah, dude, it's Google Cloud. That's why. Like, there's a lot of extra processing that happens. It's not just it's not just a TTS system. You just wanted to hear bloody because it's a British voice. It might be. Alright. Oh, this is in C. I don't need that. Internetwork, DRAM, DP. Doing a lot of extra work to send an IP address, but alright.
Sports_geek12 from Twitch says, "Hello motherfuckers, Dry Ice Man is here. It's time to hydrate. Enjoy the liquid carbon dioxide as it freezes your throat. Too scared to try it? Don't worry, all people who try liquid CO2 love it. It's like a little burn, freeze, and tingle all at the same time. Warning however, high risk your organs explode."
Your history might get weird. I don't understand what you mean there. Fun Eclipse, like your browser history, I don't know, your actual history. Are you doing some butterfly effect shit? You got a magic notebook? Oh.
Fernando from YouTube says, "We get it, the name's a bit confusing. This server isn't about actual software piracy. Pirate Software is the trade name of a Washington-based indie game development studio."
I don't know if you saw the short that Thor just put out, Fernando, but Thor got on a Discord for one of the Minecraft mods or the plugins he uses for the block game server, and he paid them, to get access to the new betas, and one of the admins reached back to him and said, "Hey, we really appreciate your donation, but given your name, you can understand why we don't really want you to access the beta, because his name is Pirate Software everywhere he goes." Poor bastard. One of those things are allowed to be played on TV in my house, and SpongeBob isn't it. We don't allow the children to watch stupid humor. Bluey is good. Bluey is very good. Bluey is Every episode has some sort of meaningful emotional growth message somewhere in it. SpongeBob is brain rot. This is overly complicated for my needs. I don't want to download them. I just want to look. Dude, an implode functionality would be a lot of difficult code. All right. Place the socket in listen mode. That's what I was looking for. Is it just listen? Is it accept connections? Like, what the fuck is the API name? Check the Discord. Checking. Oh shit. Really? Are we doing this? That's very funny. What up, Redundant Gaming? What up? That's an interesting way to enter chat, by the way. I use background worker. I am working on this, which is essentially a TCP server. Basically, it's for my music player. Don't call me that. Yeah, no, for real. It's either Joe or Keep. Don't call me Joseph. It's fucking ridiculous. It's entirely too formal and too proper for me. Oh, yum. All right. That's weird. Hello, Tatami9 with a Pikachu emote. I found a wild Pikachu in my chat. Oh, it's a Twitch Global. Because you've gotten predictable, Fernando. It is my coffee. I don't share with anyone. Not doing it. Can't make me. I won't be bullied by chat. Where is Goldfish tonight? Oh. Oh, you are there. Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. I just, Fernando ran to your computer to type a thing earlier, and then you didn't even say hi when you came in chat. You've been really quiet. Oh, wait, you did, because you were celebrating the, this. That's right. My brain not working yet. Oh, Fernando, I think I got you in trouble. Oh, ribbit. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. This thing. This one. Okay. So he's using background workers, which is fine. I can translate that to something else. Run worker async. Okay, do work plus equals do work event handler start to listen. Okay. And then that's this method here. Okay. 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 So he's using a background worker for the listener socket. I,
Fun Eclipse from YouTube says, I stopped coffee from keeps anyone want any.
Fun Eclipse, let me give you a really important piece of information that you're going to need, and it will help keep you safe for the rest of your days. Do not get between me and my coffee. That's like getting between a fat kid and cake. Tables will be flipped. A fly with the ability to explode? That's fucking terrifying, Sports Geek. It's like spiders with wings. What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay. Alright. Too soon, Fernando. It won't let me do it. That's an Android problem, Fernando. No, it's not an Android problem.
LL Goldfish LL2 from Twitch says, why do never ship me coffee? I just want coffee. Also, do you have this issue where YouTube chat pauses your typing but the typing still registers? Oh, minus 2,296. Okay. I'm way, I say. But you're nowhere near that limit, right? Uh, yeah, I can still type just fine. Well, yeah, because in Florida you have two very different but substantial problems. One of them is alligators, and the other one is hurricanes. And the hurricanes can, in fact, pick up the alligator and throw them into yards. And being the nasty old dinosaurs that they are, they're likely to survive it.
Um, I think you are correct, Sports Geek. I think. The correct answer, Fun Eclipse, is 1 if you use the correct caliber. And the correct caliber is a fucking grenade. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, YouTube being a butt. By the way, if you don't know what this is called Bacon Ipsum. It is a Lorem Ipsum text generator, but it does so meteor. It is very funny. Ultra low latency. Obviously, I'm still running below bitrate because I have it set to be below bitrate. Twitch doesn't seem to care. YouTube seems to complain about it, and I'm not really. No, 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 Fun Eclipse. No. The correct caliber is hand grenade or larger. Mortars are fine. Landmines, perfectly acceptable. Claymores, acceptable. Oh. Well, I mean, dope. I'm going to not recommend the second thing. When it comes to producing other humans, I prefer to practice more than act. It's a lot cheaper in the long run. Just, oh, beret. You mean bayonet? Because a beret is a hat. I don't see how that's going to help you a whole lot. Oh, that. Um, I mean, if you have one handy, I don't see why you wouldn't use it, but they're awfully big and they're awfully heavy, and they're usually mounted to something, so might not be the most convenient choice of firearm. But I mean, if you do happen to have one, anchored to the back of your Toyota Tundra, then by all means, fire away. Alright, we're going to go to StreamerBot. We're going to go to action commands. We're going to make a new command. We're going to add a command. We're going to add it. It's called play. Oh. Play music. The command is bang BGM. The group is going to be music. And this is moderators only. And this is Twitch only for now. We'll fix that later. I guess I can make it YouTube. It's fine. Let me eliminate the need for problems. Alright, so I've got this. Now I go to my action queue, actions. I'm going to create a new action called play stream music. This is also in the group music. This queue is default StreamFX queue. Alright, we're gonna hit OK. Now the trigger for this is going to be commands. Command triggered. Command is play music. OK. Alright. Huh. I hate it when that happens. And you said the dirty 4-letter word. Which means that problem is only going to get worse and worse. Alright, so we're gonna fucking C#, execute C# code. Alright. Let's start with this. It's not system sockets, it's system.net.sockets, yep. Okay. I don't need threads here, because I'm just going to issue a command. I try dinosaur. Oh yeah, no, for sure I'm an asshole. Absolutely. I'm targeted, right? Like, I know where I'm supposed to be an asshole, and I'm really good at it. And I don't generally feel sorry about it. And that's why my kids are going to grow up, do something productive with their lives, and probably have a pretty drastic impact on the world, while everybody else's kids are growing up and crying about how unfair everything is. So we're at the scrapyard today, and not today, I'm sorry. We did go to the scrapyard today, but yesterday. We made 2 runs to the scrapyard, and the second time we went, one of the guys in the office, another scrapper was there. He was in there crying about how much money we make on the metal that we bring in. This guy was crying because he brings in, like, cars. Like, he's got a rollback. That's what he does. He brings in cars. And he scraps vehicles, but he buys them from people. Usually for dirt cheap, bombed out ass things that are junk. You pay $200, $300, $400 for the car. You take it to the scrapyard, you get about $6 for it, or so, usually. So, he was complaining because his price was lower than our price for tin. Cars, when you junk them, go as tin. So, and Mike explained to the guys, like, look, dude, we move almost 1,000,000 pounds of metal a year. Like, that's why I get a really good price, because we get commercial pricing. And the guy's like, I get commercial pricing too. And Mike says, no, you don't get commercial pricing. You get better than average pricing because you do bring in a lot of cars, but nowhere near the weight that I'm bringing in every year. And the guy was being an asshole about it and mouthing off, and he was fucking crying to the guys in the office. It's bullshit that our price is so much higher. I was literally trying to talk our price down. And finally, I interrupted the conversation. I was like, bro, instead of being a fucking crybaby liberal about this and trying to fuck everybody else that's doing well, why don't you try to talk your price up? If you really think you move that much material yearly, then talk to them about getting better pricing instead of trying to fucking bring everybody else down. More than most people, less than you might think. For Sports Geek. I do also use the phrase conservative quite often as well. Yeah, what'd you get suspended for? Oh, I'm so tired of. I told my. Yeah, no, that's probably not a good plan of action there, Dinosaur. Uh, Understand that the teacher is absolutely the authoritarian in the room, and probably should be respected. That person is most likely doing the best they can to fulfill a regimen of requirements that no one has any control over other than people that know nothing about education. Ronald Reagan was a great president, but I also say Bill Clinton was a pretty fucking good president too. Pretty good. And they are on opposite sides of the spectrum. The only issue I have with Bill Clinton, honestly, was that he started the process unknowingly that led to pretty much all of the work in the United States being outsourced to China. But his intention for the bill was to um, uh, was to make trade easier between China and the United States and provide a larger influx of goods. This would actually boost the economy if executed correctly. But capitalists did what capitalists did and was like, oh, well, since it's cheaper to just have everything imported from China, we'll just pay China to make the shit. And now there's fewer and fewer jobs in the U.S. because of it. Well, Dinosaur, if you honestly feel like your teacher is doing something that is, um, what's the word, is showing some sort of favoritism, you should absolutely go to probably your guidance counselor first, uh, and then your principal. And you're not going to be able to handle that problem on your own, man. That's not something you can do. And just losing your mind like that in class isn't going to be beneficial to anyone, and all it's going to do is get you in trouble. I know. I was that kid. I was that guy in school. When I didn't agree with something, I pulled no punches. I would stand right the fuck up and say something about it, and more than likely get myself suspended. No, only Twitch controls the global emotes, not me. There's nothing I can do about that. When I get affiliate, I will have X amount of slots to fill with my own custom channel emotes. Dude, for Twitch to make an emote of my face, I would have to do something pretty fucking outstanding. And honestly, I don't really want that. I don't want that level of fame. I don't want to be a household name. I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want that. That's entirely too much spotlight on me, and it's a lot of stress. Oh, yeah, Goldfish. That's the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal thing. Sports Geek, it did. My channel did blow up. That 100% happened. Okay. Well, that could have happened, but it didn't. Thankfully, the video siphoned off a little bit. See, this was one of my most popular videos. The pH of Concrete had 33,000 views and 83 comments. And then I did this one at 330,000 views. Literally 1,000% more views. This put me on the map. And if we go into the analytics of this video, right, from its launch time, I mean, it just kept going up. What are the odds it would be 330, 330? What are the fucking odds? That's actually very funny. Not very close at all, Goldfish. Not at all. Not nearly as close as I would like to be. The problem is this. Either watch hours or shorts views. I can't make either one of these requirements. Done. It's okay. It's fine. But this is the most important part. This video got me 2.4 thousand subscribers. This one video. Which is fucking half of my subscriber base. If I went into the millions, I don't know. I would probably have. It would depend on why, right? Like how that came about. If it was another video like this where I mouth off to somebody and it just got insanely popular, there would be probably a lot of backlash about it. If I'm honest, cancel culture would rear its ugly head. I'm pretty sure, and it would turn into a fight and not one I want to have. Hey, sweetie. She always comes back. So, like, Sports Geek, it really depends on how that came about. Fight. Bright. So anyway, where's Visual Studio? Right here. Yeah, Goldfish. Ooh, shower thoughts. What's up? Goldfish. I literally just did a video on this. He's trolling. Everybody has YouTube because you have internet. Oh, I'm being zoomed in on again. No, I zoomed it back out. Somebody zoomed it back in again. I'm back. All right, we're doing this. I need not a listener for this side. I need the. This is the wrong. Wait, what?
Took about 7.
Okay.
Took about 80.
And you look like you're too young to be generous.
And I support you.
Took about 7.
Oh, nice. Actually, I should leave a comment on Lincoln's video. Oh, they're, well, because he's too young, his comments are disabled. Goldfish, I'm sure you know what shorts are. They're 60-second videos and a special section on YouTube. Chicken Muncher, Fernando is Goldfish's alleged brother. I'm still not 100% sold that they're not the same person. Playing a very, very long troll. I need this. IP address dot parse that. Yep. And then we'll say TCP client. And then the 50/50. So we're gonna say why is that wrong? Line address is not null here. Of course it's not null here. A field initializer cannot reference a non-static field method property. It's not static. What? Oh, the non-static field method. Okay. Oh. Okay, apparently you don't need to pass on an IP address object. It just takes a string and figures it out itself. Works for me. Welcome back, Fun Eclipse.
Dinosaur Chicken Muncher from Twitch says, "You seem like a great dad."
Oh, that was a TTS message. My thoughts on abortion. It's not for me. That's my thoughts on abortion. Also, I'm glad I wasn't. I mean, that's my thoughts on abortion. Dinosaur Chicken Muncher in Twitch chat just asked. Just a random question. Just asked. So, again, I made my initial platform on YouTube covering a lot of hot button subjects, right? And I think I do have a video on abortion. I don't even remember. But I've covered a lot of polarized content, right? And because of that, I tend to have, or I'm viewed as having very strong opinions, either one way or the other. It's not necessarily true. I do have fairly strong opinions, but it doesn't mean I'm unwavering. Like, if you can provide me good evidence as to why I'm wrong, I will absolutely reconsider them. Neat. Astros is what? Baseball? I'm not a sports fan, so. Neat. Why do I have to give it an endpoint? Wait a minute. What? What? Link. You can't link the channel. Yeah, you can link. No, you can't link the channel. What's the channel called? Oh, it's he. Is this you? Alright, then I don't...
LL Goldfish LL2 from Twitch says, the Lockheed Martin Boeing F-22 Raptor is an American single-seat, twin-engine, supersonic all-weather stealth fighter aircraft developed for the United States Air Force, USAF. As a product of the USAF's Advanced Tactical Fighter, ATF, program, the aircraft was designed as an air superiority fighter, but also incorporates ground attack, electronic warfare, and signals intelligence capabilities. The prime contractor, Lockheed Martin, built most of the F-22's airframe and weapons systems and
That is correct. Ah, there you are. I see you have shorts. So getting subscriptions isn't really a thing, right? It's not an important stat. In fact, subscribers can actually be a bit more of a problem than you realize. So let me just go to my... Perfect, I'm on the wrong channel. Alright, so when I upload a new video, which I have a whole bunch of videos ready to go here, right? They're all scheduled for release. Okay, if I click one, this is the same screen basically that you get when you're first uploading a video. One of the things you need to do is click show more. And you want to turn allow embedding off, publish the subscriptions feed, and notify subscribers. Turn this off. It is default on for every video. Turn it off. This will fuck you. And also allow audio, only allow audio. Let me turn off my dark reader so you can actually see what I have selected. Okay. You want this off, you want this off. Or you want only allow audio remixing. This will stop green screen kids from stealing your content. Anyway, yeah, this will stop green screen kids from clipping your video and just sitting in the corner of it and stealing your views. Okay. But this is really important because what happens is if you do publish to your subscriptions feed, right, the people that are subscribed to you are going to get your video first. And if they don't engage with it, the algorithm is going to be like, oh, well, it's not very good. And doesn't bother sending it to anybody else either. Okay? So by turning this off, you guarantee that the people that will see your video first are people that don't know you. Don't worry, your subscribers will get it in their feed too, in their shorts feed. Like, it'll turn up. It just, they won't get a notification about it. Fernando with Goldfish. Not answering that. You already know when my birthday is. I mean, you should be able to work it out, but, you know. Why do you want to know? What's up, Blue Grenade? This is not what I want to open. This is what I want to open. No, this is a property, not a function. Okay. No, please don't. Please don't. No. There's new Rick and Morty's? I didn't know there was new Rick and Morty episodes. Are they on cable or are they on Crunchyroll or something? Or worse, are they on Netflix? Ah, Hulu. I don't have Hulu. Sad. I wonder if they're on Crunchyroll. Probably not, but well, shit. I forgot my Crunchyroll password. No? No. No Rick and Morty. I'll be here at 9, dude. That's fine. South Park used to be really good, FNAF, and it like so many other shows that started really good with like the underhanded political humor. South Park is just really degraded. Although I have to give them every once in a while they do come out with a banger. makes me sad. Recent searches: Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Ruby, My Hero Academia, Ruby Ice Queendom. Gee, what am I into? Oh. I like Rick and Morty because Rick reminds me of me. Just a crotchety old man that generally knows more than the people around him and gets tired of dealing with dumb people. And then I decided I wanted to be a streamer. My friend described it best. So long time ago, when I had a job working in a kitchen, there was a fucking dishwasher there. One of the waitresses. Yeah, you better stay off the counter. Yeah? Fucking cats. Anyway, I was a dishwasher there, and one of the waitresses was a girl I went to school with, and I knew her. So, I asked her one day. I was single at the time. So I asked her, I was like, hey, how about me, you, go grab food on the day off, fucking hang out for a while? She was like, oh no. Oh no. I'm like, alright, well, whatever. Paid it zero mind. No mind at all. Whatever. Fine. Back to doing my job. And, so like 3 or 4 days later, Mike calls me. He's like, dude, did you ask out Melissa? And I'm like, oh yeah, a couple days ago, why? And he goes, I just picked up junk from her house. And, she was telling me about it. I'm like, oh, what'd she say? He was like, it's just that you asked her out. She said you were weird. And I'm like, well, I mean, she's not wrong. He's like, no. So, cutting soap videos. What? What is? Anyway, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, he talks about things and like he's on some other level. Like he's impossible to understand when he speaks. Like I don't know how he has any friends at all. And Mike goes, look, and I'm going to use some words here that might be triggering. So if you're easily offended, probably you're definitely in the wrong stream. He says, there's this bagger kid down at the local grocery store. He's got Down syndrome, and Mike, being Mike, he doesn't use politically correct terminology. So he says, you know that kid down the grocery store, the retard that bagged your groceries? And she's like, yeah. He goes, you know how like when he talks, like you don't really want to make any time for him because he just mutters about random stupid shit that just has absolutely zero value to you? And she goes, yeah. And Mike goes, that's how Joe looks at the rest of the world. Dude's got an IQ that's almost 200. You think you talking about your nails or anything else has any value to him? The dude can do calculations in his head. I'm like, that's accurate, I guess, Mike. Thanks, I think. What is cutting? What is this? Quick, someone get cutting soaps videos. I don't understand that statement or what it means, or I feel like I missed like something really important there. Is cutting soap a person's name? Is it a channel? Or Or do you actually want to see videos about people slicing soap with a knife? Like, I guess I'll never know. All right. Oh, do I have anything in the queue? Nope. Oh, I've never seen it cutting soap, but I know what you're talking about. Like, when people are like a lot of times you see like a split screen. You'll see the copyrighted content, and then you'll see like on top it'll be like somebody making food or some dumb shit cutting onions. Okay, I get the reference now. Dude, every time I open my mouth, it's an ASMR video. Do you not hear the sexy depth of my voice? The soothing sound of my vocal cords rumbling in your eardrums? I have been told by numerous of my exes that this is the sound of my voice puts them to sleep. And I like to think it's because it's deep and rumbly, although it may just be because I'm boring. But I don't think it's that I'm boring, considering I steadily hold people in stream and I've got almost 5,000 subscribers on one of my channels. Yeah, sometimes it's people cleaning coins. I've been told numerous times when I worked at Dunkin', when I opened the store every day. And, well, I opened the store almost every day. And most mornings I would man the drive-thru by myself, which means I taking orders, I'm making coffee, and I'm cashing people out, and I'm doing that one person. And there would be one other person just making food. I've been told numerous times by my early morning people that I missed my calling, I need to not work at Dunkin', and I need to go get a job at a radio station. What is PEC? ASMR plus PEC. I feel like I've been... Oh, Paper Eating Clan. I literally invented it and forgot what it was called. Because I deleted the channel. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. I forgot all about that. Well, you know what it was? The Paper Eating Clan started as a joke between me, Tundra, and Walt Rich. And both Tundra and Walt Rich are gone. So, like, nobody ever talks about it anymore. It's out of sight, out of mind. Ooh, boss music. That's what's up. It's my jam. I know, it's my rule. I didn't say anything ill of them. I just said that it was a thing. This is all fucked up. We're using the variable data here, but data is not declared in this class until down here, but it's not even a declaration, it's just being reassigned. Oh, it's right here. And then message is what comes in. Okay. Okay. That's actually not a bad way to go about this. Okay. Okay. I hate writing network code. Take it easy, buddy. Give yourself some rest. Perform well tomorrow. I'll be here. Fucking 6 viewers, though. That's cool. That's gonna bring that number up. Am I still in software and game? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want any of that information on the internet. None of it. Take it easy, Blue Grenade. Okay, so we won't do the connect here. We are going to do new TCP client here. And we're just going to use execute because execute is what's used in the tool. Dude, if people are going to find stuff out about me, I want them to have to work for it. We're not going to give them a nice, clear, and concise 2-paragraph description of who I am and what I'm about. That's absolutely unnecessary and unwanted. If you want to figure me out, go work for it. That'll give me time to figure out you're coming. I know. shit. Twitch has raised the price of T1 subs in a number of regions. An example of T1 subs, Tier 1 subs in the USA are now $5.99, up from $4.99. This impacts your personal subs and gifted subs. I entirely understand if you do not wish to continue to sub due to this. Don't worry about it, and make sure to keep your finances in mind. Thanks for being awesome. That's from Thor that just hit the stream announcement channel. They raised their prices finally. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. It's only $1. Here in the US, anyway. So this is actually going to be different depending on what I need to actually do, like what action is being taken from StreamerBot. So we'll just say we're going to play music, right? So we're going to play OXO2 is skip. Equals skip back. Oh, skip backwards, dumb. Actually, this should realistically be all I need for stream controls, right? Because I don't want chat to have the ability to stop the stream music. That's silly. And skipping backwards would just cause a repeat problem with songs being played over and over again. Hi, Nancy. Dropping a delivery of paper off, or is that a cat in a box? I can't tell. It is a cat in a box. That's weird. Really? Huh. Anybody else having problems with Twitch? Not. Well, no, you guys are both on computers, so you won't have that issue. You know, I was having issues with the Twitch mobile app, too. Let me just see. Twitch, live, stream manager. No, it works. Okay. I was having issues with it last night, though. Is the mirror, is my camera darker? There you is. Somebody's yelling. One of the cats. So I could do... Can you not use generics with map types? Oh, it doesn't know what a map is. Really? Oh, it's not called a map. It's yeah, it's a hash table. Right? I don't really need this, but wait, what? That's a what? Does hash table really not come with C# anymore? System.collections.non-generic. They moved it. It used to just be system collections. Yeah, no, for sure. The new the phone is definitely heavy, and I don't know. The cat is probably munchkin or trouble. Somebody out in the kitchen's hollering. All right. Sorted dictionary, T key, T value. Okay, that's what it is. Or I can just use the dictionary. It doesn't have to be sorted. So it's string and then a byte. Let me just 8 bits. That's what I thought it was, but that's not exactly what I was asking for, even though it is. Well, let's see. Let me see. Can I just, let's say, here. All right, when we execute, we're going to say clear. Protocol add. Play. And then this should be OX01. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to properly want to support that nomenclature. Cannot convert from int to byte. Okay, that's fine. I could do this as an int. Or a short. Can I do it as a short? That'd be really nice. We'll save a few bites. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay, cool. Skip. OX02. Alright. Oh, dude, you switched from an Apple phone to a Samsung phone? You absolutely upgraded, even if you would have went down in numbers. Yeah, FNAF. About your cat laying on your face, that's really bad. Like, Sadie wants to lay, like, right here, and she kind of throws her fat ass against me and, like, pushes on my chin, but she's not, like, on my face. Yeah, I fucking hate Apple products. All of them. And my hatred for Apple products started a long time ago. Like, there was an issue with a network that I was working on with the router just not doing well. And it took me a while to debunk even that. Like, there was just no connectivity between various devices on the network. And mostly the computers. They just couldn't get data out of the network. It was getting as far as this one router, and it was just stopping. And it was a pretty big network. And I eventually debunked the problem by checking the logs in the router and realized that there was one person, a fucking artist, who had to have a Mac. Now, this is back in the days when if you were doing any kind of creative works, you probably used a Mac because they had the math coprocessor in them and they were actually better at it. Like, they literally were better at it. The problem was the machine comes pre-installed with the Apple Talk chat client, and every time, like, it runs on a stupid socket timeout, which is very, very short. So basically, this one Mac that was on the network and plugged into that router was beating the piss out of the router looking for an Apple Talk server. And all it was killing is, are you there? 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 Hundreds of times a second. You see, if you buy a router from Apple, their routers were designed to deal with that. Run-of-the-mill routers that are not from Apple are not. In fact, I don't even think anybody even knew that was going on. But this was very much back in the day of you either supported Apple or you supported IBM and IBM compatible computers. Like, those were your options. Dude, everything's better than an iPhone 6. Except for the Samsung Note 8s, because those were catching fire. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I still have a Galaxy 8 upstairs that works. The screen's cracked, but it works. This is the wife's Galaxy 8, and it works. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with this phone. It's just old. here's the difference in fucking size. Like, the S20 is fucking huge. I did like the Galaxy 8s from one thing, though. They have this fingerprint reader on the back of them, which I found really convenient to use, because I would hold my phone just like that. And actually, that's funny. I actually tried to turn it on, but it's not it doesn't recognize my fingerprint. Meh. And it's got the infrared light here that you could put your finger over, and it can actually check your pulse ox and shit. It's very cool. That's not 100% the reason, FNAF. That is what's happening, but that's not necessarily why it's happening. That's more of the beneficial effect of what they're doing. So, batteries can only be recharged so many times. Okay, as batteries are charged, they take less and less charge every time. And eventually they wear out and die. So what Apple decided was a good idea was, each year or so, when they update their stuff and they push new firmware down to the phones, they throttle the processor just a little bit more to conserve the battery life, giving you the impression that your phone still has a battery all day, but really it's just working a lot less. And it doesn't even work. Like, most phones that are used extensively, after a couple of years, the battery's fucking shot in the goddamn things. Like, this phone, when I first got it, would hold a charge for 3 days before I had to charge it again. Now, charge it every night. I don't have to. It's usually at about 50% or so when I go to bed. It's at 75% right now, actually. But usually it's anywhere between like 40 and 50% when I go to bed on normal usage. So I can technically get 2 days out of it if I'm nice to it the second day. I don't. I just charge it every night because it makes my life easier. Neither. This phone doesn't do that. To shut this phone off, you have to hold the power and the volume down button. You have to touch them, and that will take a screenshot. You have to press and hold them, and it will. Then you get the display of whether you want to turn it off or reboot it. And I never shut my phone off, ever. My phone is always on. Wait, you put shut off in quotes. Like, do you mean like when I just lock the screen and turn it off? Like this? Like if I just do that? Because, yeah, I just click the power button. Why would the FBI be looking for me? Pro tip, the FBI knows better. If I ever, for whatever reason, had to disappear because the FBI or somebody else was looking for me for some shit, I would absolutely not take my phone. Right, and I do actually have access to secret shit. Like, I've had top secret clearance. I've been involved in stuff. Yeah, I don't talk about those things because that's a federal crime. I will have way more important shit to talk about than dumb shit that happened when I worked for the fucking Department of Forestry. Dude, I have one of those. I have a donut cup. One of my coworkers bought it for me when I still worked at Dunkin'. Actually, before I was a manager. I still have it upstairs. Merch is something that's going to happen. I don't know what or how yet. I will definitely do something for the game that I'm working on. There will definitely be like a shirt or something for that. It's definitely. I can't. I don't have any of that. It's all here. Like, I don't have anything digitally recorded yet. I might do something with like my gear logo, you know, and just wrapped around the top of the gear to make cool shit. Something like that. I might do something. I don't know. Ooh, one of my favorite songs. This is Warfire. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I have one. It's a mug. It's like this big, and it has a fucking hole in the middle of it. Yeah, and it looks like the top of it was like bit off, where you get the liquid from. And mine's actually a pink frosting one. It's this one, but it has pink frosting instead of chocolate. I have never used this because it will be impossible to clean properly. It's a knick-knack. It sits on a shelf. God damn it. I can't get my... There. All I'm getting is stuff from Universal Studios. I don't think this is what you were talking about. Well, I know you went to Universal. I know. But that's not a coffee cup. That's a fucking canteen. Oh, I guess they call it a cup. Shit. I don't know. Anyway, I assume this is the one. Yeah. That is pretty fucking big compared to that table. Jesus Christ. Alright. Ew, soda. Gross. Soda's fucking terrible for you. You know, FNAF, I read your messages quite often and I just look at them and I go, I don't even know how to respond to that. I have no idea. Like, I'm completely fucking lost. Yes. Yes, she is, Fernando with Goldfish. I said Fernando with Goldfish. So the correct answer is no one. You're more than welcome to stay and chat and talk, though. Well, yeah, because, like, I read your messages, FNAF, and I'm like, I'm sitting here, and in the back of my head, I'm going, the only wish I have is that you don't have cancer. Like, it just tears at my heartstrings. It's like, huh? Twitch chat is losing its fucking mind. I've accomplished nothing on this. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, and now that we've talked about cancer, I'm gonna go have a cigarette because I'm a smart person. I'll be right back. Sweet. I'm gonna go see it now. As soon as I remember, how to use my Discord. Ooh. Ooh. Artsy. Whew. Oh, I love the heart eye. I missed that somehow in previous versions. That's really good. I like that. It just got very redneck in Twitch chat. Oh, it didn't have a hard eye before. It's different. Okay. I didn't miss anything. This is a new thing. All right, cool. Sweet. Ow, goddamn. More boss music. Okay, so if I say, um, 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 that won't work because this is not static. But it should be static. And then I can move this. To here. Remove it from here. I can remove this from here. Because when we're threading, we want to do things statically. So we can say, we're not threading, this is the client. We'll sigh. It's fine. Oh no, it does need the thread. It does. It does need the thread. Okay, so we'll say, thread new thread start. This actually shouldn't be here. This should be here. Okay. And then we would just say thread sender dot start. All right. protocols. System, text, encoding. ASCII, get bytes, CPH, inline, client, no, protocol, dot, nope, get value. There's no, let's do it this way. Play. Can you not access it that way? Protocol is not null here. Argument will not convert from short to char. That's the point. This is supposed to be. Oh. Oh. To char array. Well, that's a giant pile of shit, but okay.
FNAF enthusiast from YouTube says, I have to go to bed, good night, sweet dreams, and don't let the brothers get too chaotic.
Alright, FNAF. Get yourself some rest. But we'll see you tomorrow. We will do this all over again. Hopefully at a, on time. Now I should just be able to say, I need a network stream client, get stream. Stream, okay. Stream right, data, 0. Length. We're going to ignore that. Buffer to store the response bytes. We're not receiving a response at all. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay, this is all in a try, so... Okay. That should be enough. So I should be able to take this and transfer it. So we'll take this entire hunk of code right to StreamerBot. Okay, and this is using system dot threading I don't need this. We'll just copy all of this. It'll be fine. Okay, this is not a partial class. This is a full class. Alright. Oh, shit, hon. I imagine you're feeling fucking terrible then. CPK line. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What's your numbers look like? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm looking for Chrome. Well, it's not often you get to hear yourself sneeze in third person. But there you go. Yeah, ice cream. I know. The title was funny. There are no events? Really? Is it the socket that has events? Am I supposed to do this with a socket object? Ooh. Ooh. I might be doing this wrong. Okay. C# socket server. This is the, what is the command here? Bang BGM. Anything in the queue? No? Cool. Ooh, it's fired. Okay. Okay. I think I want to make a different group for this, though. Or a different queue for this. Because then I can pause it. And I can just go to pending actions and I could test it better. Yep. I want to inspect the fucking variables. Raw input, nothing. Input escape, nothing. Oh, right. This is the, because this is what comes from Twitch as the message. The raw input is everything after the command. And there was nothing. Okay. Okay. Oh no, that's a problem. Let's see if... That didn't, nope, that didn't change it. Dude, I've got 2 viewers, and one of them's me. And I have no one in YouTube chat. I got no choice, I gotta kill this. This is gonna run my numbers down. So since we're over 2 now, any number under 2 is gonna push that average down. But I mean, we had 6 viewers earlier, so that'll help. But just to save as much calculating as I can on this, you know, I'm gonna bring this to an end, and I'm gonna write a little bit more code. But I'm probably gonna go to bed. It's 11:30 now. I'm gonna go to bed by midnight. So, as for the usual, thank you for the support and coming and hanging out with me. We'll do this again tomorrow, normal time.